It's a Revell Peterbilt 359. It's pretty well got her together. There's a few small little touch-up things to take care of yet. Deviated a little bit from the kit and decals. I did not put the... Most everybody's probably seen this kit, but it had the stripes that would go along here, along the door and the fender. I did utilize the stripes on the front, but this National Trucking here was actually in the Diamond Rio kit, as were the stars. And I got the Not For Hire from just a big rig set that I had. I don't think it's going to show the sleeper, but we'll see if we can see it back in there. Just barely back in there. And the engine. It's pretty much box stock. It's not all detailed up. I did just a little minute weathering on it. I struggled. I went round and round about, well, I think I painted the engine wrong, but the instructions said tan. But I did talk to someone who had one of these that was a real one, and actually, when he bought it in '85, he said actually had a white engine in it. And I believe it was a Caterpillar engine. I could be wrong. It might have been a Cummins, but Peterbilt would actually paint them whatever color the customer requested. So it's not entirely inaccurate. As far as I know, anybody else knows, let me know, please. But just the information I've gotten, if they say the customer wanted a white or a tan engine, that they would paint it that color. But again, that's loose information that I've got. If anybody else knows for a fact, you can correct me on it. This would be my first video. Don't know how many more I'll have, but if I can try to turn this around, maybe you can see get to show the dash detail there a little bit. Might not come. There's a little bit there. And this kit, actually, believe it or not, I know this kit started out in '82, I believe it was '82, as a snap tight under the monogram label. So 1/25th scale, but when it's all together, man, it just, in my opinion, it just builds a nice kit. Couple things are a little quirky on it. The rear wheels, I know I've heard guys talk about, they'd like to see them done a little bit differently. I can agree, but for what it is, went together really smooth. The only beef I had with it is, I believe it was this pipe, on this side. I actually, once I got the pipe to line up in the holes on the cab, there was probably a 1/16 of an inch or so where this pipe was below the bottom pipe, the connector pipe down there, right there. So I cut the pipe off here at the bottom of the stack, and then I just sanded and fit, sand fit until I got a nice smooth fit in there. So I don't think that came out too bad. It's either this side or the other side. Anyway, that's the biggest issue I had. So as far as that kit, if I had to grade that kit, and this could have been just something with mine, I don't know if they were all like that, but I'd probably about have to give it, that would take it from an A to a B for me. But other than that, overall, really fun kit. It's got the one-piece chassis. You don't have to assemble the rails. The slide plate is mounted fast, cast into it or molded into it. So you know, that the fifth wheel is separate. And I did fit it up to an AMT flatbed trailer, the Fruhoff flatbed, and it fit in the pin fit in the hole really nice. It looked like it was a really nice unit together. So, but that's my Peterbilt 352. I don't, like I said, I don't know how many more videos or how quick I'll have them out. Don't really have a YouTube channel, running channel per se, I guess. This may be my only video ever. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. But anyway, just kind of wanted to share this with everybody. Again, on that engine, anybody else got any information on it, you can let me know. I'm just kind of fairly new getting into the rigs. I built some rigs in the past. But this is the one I first put the most time into. That's the paint on this, by the way, is a the name said Spectramaster. It's just a blue metallic fast dry enamel. So just a single stage paint. Didn't come out too bad. I didn't spend a whole lot of extra time on this one, but I think the paint came out fairly nice. Kind of put the carbon up around the stacks there. Down there on the bottom, weathered that bottom pipe a little bit. Painted the tanks because, you know, these tanks were two pieces. And I told myself I was going to build this kit right out of the box. And I was just going to put it together and set it on the shelf. But when I got to the tanks and seen the great big seam in the end, right there, you know, where they go. And I just said I just couldn't have that. So I ended up filling the ends, sand and smooth filling, and then just decided to paint a body color. So instead of trying to go back to a chrome or something. But anyway, well, that's it. Peterbilt 359. And with that, I'll say thanks for watching and happy modeling.